What's up, guys? We're back with another trade recap. If you're new, my name is Austin Silver. I really appreciate you being here. Today, we're going to be going over my two trades on GBP USD. Both of these trades were yesterday, Friday, February 12th. I waited all week trying to find a good risk reward setup, but I couldn't. Friday normally is a day that a lot of people will come in kind of checked out on the market. If they have made money already on the week, they're not super aggressive on a Friday, or if they haven't made money, sometimes people slip up and break their rules on a Friday. So I'm very aware of that and very cautious of how I approach Friday. But I was able to come in yesterday and find a really good risk reward opportunity on GBP USD early in my trading session. And that idea led into the second trade that ended up being the real mover. So we're going to go over both ideas. If you stay through till the end, you're going to get a really clear picture, I think, of what the D2 signal is and how I'm using divergence to read risk reward. Now, I've got a lot of exciting things coming for the ASFX community: mini courses, free PDFs, Kajabi switch, webinars, a lot of exciting stuff. So instead of me sending you to a specific website, all I'm asking for is that you subscribe. Go down into the description, subscribe to our weekly emails, totally free, but that way I can make sure I'm getting you all of the current updates as they come out. I just don't want you to miss anything. So today, we're going to jump into this GU trade. We're going to break down both of them, but I want to first show you the P&L so you can see it here. Now, there is more P&L above where this screenshot is taken from, but I just wanted you to see first. You see this red line? This is where I got stopped in profit on the first position. So I covered up my lot size and my profit because that doesn't matter. I want you to see the process. If you watch all of my trade recaps, the money that I'm making is not what I'm here to flash in your face. I'm here to show you a repeatable process. Today, the repeatable process fits into what we call the D2 entry. So the first D2 entry, I took my position at 137.88. I ended up getting a decent chunk out of this, about 2R, and then it turned around and stopped me out in profit right here, 2 pips in profit at 137.90. Now I got back in this trade long, 10 pips higher at 138 flat. And as you can see, I got out at 138.25. So about 25 pips there, 26 pips here, 47 pips here as I closed some of my trade here. And then the best exit was at 57 pips at the end of the day yesterday. Now, look at the entry prices. You'll see this is all one entry. So I don't want anyone, new microphone stand. I got to get used to not talking with my hands. I don't want anyone to comment down below and be like, oh, why are you taking so many trades? I'm not. I have one trade here that got stopped in profit after I closed some of it up in profit over 20 pips. You can see that right there, 88 to 08. That's 20 pips. So that's the first trade. And then you can see this 138.00 position is the second trade. So I just wanted to clear that up. Now you guys know my entry prices on the two positions, and you can see how I piece myself out of the trade as it moves into profit. And I move my stop loss up, so when it turns around, I get out and I move on to the next trade. And again, if you watch my other trade recaps here on the channel or on the new ASFX Clips channel, which I'll link down below, you'll see I manage all of my trades following a specific set of rules, and that's what we teach in the courses. Entry signals are, the fun stuff. Technical analysis is the fun stuff, and it's where people think trading is made, but in reality, it's all in risk management, psychology, and money management, position sizing, all that back end stuff that people don't love to talk about. So let's jump in here. We're going to start with the second position since this is what's marked up and this is really where the move happened. The first position I took from down here at about 7:15 in the morning. I want to show you our Discord chat so you can see where I started talking about this idea. I come in the morning in our coaches only chat, and this is where me, Lindsay, Jerome, and Ryan will always be sharing our ideas. People can react to them and then ask their questions in the live trading idea where they can chat back. But in this coaches only chat, it's just me and the coaches. So you can come in and you'll see everybody saying good morning at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I said at 5:39 that I only had 3 things on my watch list: CHF JPY, EuroCAD, and GU. So I already liked GBP USD off the jump, and I didn't like what EuroCAD was doing. As GU started to shake out in the morning, I'll actually show you over here. I didn't like what it was doing to try to trap shorts. I thought that it was looking like it could come lower. The TDI overnight would tell you that it could come lower. But what I was explaining to everybody here in the group chat was that I've seen this before, and when we don't get the proper TDI with the proper candle formations, very often, right here, as the RSI does, it will bounce off that yellow liquid 50 and come higher. So that's where I looked to take my first long position as I saw the rejection of the move short. So on the 1 minute, you can see I marked up the idea and sent this over to the guys right here and the girls in our group chat at 7:27, like I said, just about 7:30 in the morning. That idea moves about 2R up to the 200 EMA, and then pulls back and stops me in profit with these pins. But once these pins hold the red 21 EMA right there and also keep the 8, which is the yellow line, above the red 21, then I'm looking for that shift, we call it, to hold and carry as the day goes forward. The second break back through this blue line, which is the 50 EMA, is part of the D2 signal. Now, it does get more specific than that, and that's what we teach in the course. I can't give that out for free on YouTube. But you can see this is part of the system that we've tested and we've built to give people a specific set of rules that are repeatable, that they can follow every day, and that in the long run are profitable. So the first position was the D2, caught 2R. At 2R on all of my D2 trades, I lock my stop and profit. So when it pulls back down here with these pins, that's where it tags me out, but I'm still following that original bias. So I'm willing to get back in here. You can see the entry price at 138. I was sharing this idea here with everybody. Let me show you right here in the group chat as we got closer to 9:45, 10 o'clock. I really liked GBP USD. I said watching for this second break as I think it could go to the 200 EMA. And then I even said back here, body through the 200 EMA on GU, which was right here. I said target will be 138.20, which was high of day from back here in the Asian session. And as you can see from my notes, that's where I took some profit. So if you look at the P&L again, you'll see I took profit at 138.20, right in that area. 138.25, 26, 25, 26, 27. Right as it pushed up in this big bar, I knew it could reject and come down, so I wanted to make sure I take profit, move the stop up. Took more off here, moved the stop up. And then I went to boxing class and left the piece that I had in still on, and I closed it here as it started to slow down, and we started to get towards the end of the day. I felt like that was the chunk of the move. All of this happened from 6, 7 o'clock in the morning until 9 a.m. So you're talking about 4 hours. Like, this isn't like I'm at the desk all day clicking buttons going crazy. I took 2 buy positions, managed them according to my rules, and just waited for the next one good trade. It happened to be that this presented good risk reward here on that second entry signal. If this was like a 30 pip stop loss, I wouldn't have been willing to do this. But because it was such a tight stop loss and there was plenty of space to move on average daily range, you can see if I turn it on, plenty of space to move. ADR was 70. It ended up going a little bit through 70, but we had plenty of space to move up to that line. So I was like, this makes sense to trade it off this level. And I want to show you on the higher time frames why I liked this as a long bias, right? So here you would look at this TDI and price action overnight and you would say, Austin, this isn't a downtrend. How would you know to buy it here? Well, first thing to tell is that 800 EMA, this dark blue line, is at the bottom of the screen. That tells me that the higher time frames might be in an overall uptrend. So what we do is we go to the 1 hour and we take a look and see what that's telling us. Now, when I took the position, the 8 was under the 21, which is bearish, and the TDI was falling. So the 1 hour was not very long biased, but overall, look at what it's doing. It is moving higher overall. Short term, 8 and 21 EMA, not the best here. Now, if we go to the 4 hour, it looks a lot better. Look at the TDI in the buy zone above the 50 EMA. Look at the formation here, setting us up from, what is that, on the 8th, setting us up for then the move here again off the 21, just kind of setting that long bias trend. And then look at the daily. 8 is above the 21, TDI's been in the buy zone. So every day here, it's long biased on GU going back into November. So the higher time frames fed this idea, even though the 15-minute setup wasn't a perfect long setup. If you have flexibility, you won't get caught looking for shorts here. You'll be able to use your other signals, like we teach the D1 in trend, and then this D2 counter trend. So it is counter the short-term 15-minute trend, but it's trading in the direction of the overall higher time frame trend. So I know I ramble. I know I kind of can talk about this stuff for a long time, and I can really go at it with you guys. That's why I love doing these videos. I'm thinking about bringing Riley in for the next trade recap if we catch a trade in the coming week. But the biggest lesson for me here is that if I can show you guys the repeatable process that I'm following every day, whether I take a trade or I don't take a trade, or I generate an idea or I win or I lose, whatever it is, if I can show you it's the same process, then hopefully I'll get you to buy into the idea that that is the way to be a consistent trader. The wins and the losses are not always going to be consistent, but in the long term, if you're trading a profitable system, if it's a proven, back-tested system, then you're going to be profitable no matter what the short-term outcomes are. This one happened to be a great win for me, and it makes me feel even more confident in the idea that if I'm patient and I wait for really good risk reward setups and wait for good trigger signals, I get my bias and my risk reward and my trigger signal to all line up, then those are going to be the best trades that I can be involved in. And that's why I'll wait till Friday to take a trade. I'll generate ideas for 4 days because I know that if Friday can give me that idea, it'll be worth it. And this week it was for me. So what I was saying about bringing Riley in, comment below, let me know what you guys think about this. I think it'd be valuable for her to sit here next to me and ask questions and stop me from talking, because like I can go on here and just ramble about these things for a long period of time, and I know it's easy to tune me out. So comment below if you think that's a great idea. Comment below if you don't want that, if you just want me to keep spitting at you. And also comment below if you have any questions about these 2 trades that I took, how I managed them, or anything else in between. I hope you understand the bias, the direction, the signal. And if you want to learn more about the D2, the D1, and the A1, which are our 3 systems that I've mentioned, there's links in this description to go to our website and learn about the courses and things like that. But like I said, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos, and make sure you're subscribed to our email list, which the link is down below as well, so you don't miss any of the updates. I've got a switch over to Kajabi, I've got mini courses coming, free stuff coming, a lot of exciting things coming in 2021 for you guys, and I just, like I said, don't want you to miss it. So I hope that this video brought you some value. I hope it helps you make some better trading decisions next week. Hey, listen, if you just trade a little less and take your best setups and win, even if you're not trading as much, but you win more, isn't the goal here to make money, not to trade? If the goal was to trade, let's trade demo accounts, because why would we risk real money if we just want to click buttons? But if you want to really make money, less is more. That's my advice, always. Less is more. So let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate your time. As always, I'll see you guys in the next trade recap.